Wait for our stream to come up here. There we are. What is up? Okay. Welcome back. We're still doing our Squirtle thing. We're going to finish it today. We're in this video, this part, whatever I wind up making it. Anyway, we have our Squirtle, straight out of Compton parody here. I just spent a little bit of time off camera doing a few things. One is I've kind of cleaned up some of these lines a little bit. Certain things that were bugging me. I made the nostrils a different stroke type, and also the shells. I didn't like how they receded all over the place, so I kind of made them more solid in the middle and receding outwards towards its edges. But that's all pretty boring, so I didn't record that. Remoraid 2, I kind of tweaked a little bit. His eye looks a little better now. Also, I learned a lot about gradients, and oh my god, they're fucked. They are messy. It's because of live paint does weird things apparently and makes things weird, and gradients don't play super nice with live paint. So you can see I already have been kind of playing with it on this one, and I'm not really sure. I think it definitely looks better. These two aren't the same, obviously. I gotta go in and tweak that. It probably would look better. I just don't know if it would look out of place. I don't know if it would look too jarring to be to have them all as gradients, and I don't really know what else I could do. I could just try, and I might do that. I might just try doing what just happened. Oh yeah, have to unlock the layer, don't we? Go into our, no, we moved our live paint. Let's undo that. Might just try doing like the problem could be that we just had what am I in the live paint group? I'm not. Where am I then? What did I do? Oh, don't want to do that, that's for sure. Select that. Okay, let's just delete our gradients. There we go. Group. Not a live paint group? Huh. One thing I've noticed about Illustrator is it's a pain in the ass. It's a very powerful tool. That much is very apparent. And I don't doubt that there's really, you know, okay, I think we did it. I think the gradients somehow, still not a live paint group. What the hell is going on? What I did to make gradients work is I expanded basically the colors here. I don't know the implications of that. Maybe that's why it's acting really weird now. I only did it for this one because I was kind of testing things on it. Anyway, I'm going to hope I can just draw and then make this a live paint group. I'm thinking maybe... Whoops. Maybe the colors just weren't arranged well. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, good. Let's try our... Whoops, not that. I hope this works. Okay, good. Let's try these two colors here. I think maybe I just had the wrong idea. Whoops. We are going to... No stroke. That might be better than gradients, I think. Gradients obviously don't play nice with live paint, or if they do, I don't know how to handle it. Again, I'm still learning Illustrator, so it's a very powerful tool. But you see this a lot. The most powerful tools, oops, are often have the steepest learning curves as well. How does just white? Actually, just white might be the way to go. Yeah, I think just that dark purple and white is what we're going to wind up with. I think that looks best. Definitely looks best. Okay. So I'm just going to go back through and make them all kind of like that. I think I tried to get too fancy with the other ones. Which one is this? It's the Remoraid. We don't need Remoraid. He does not have sunglasses. Okay, here's our turtle to the right. We're going to dive inside this live paint. All right, there. Now we're in live paint. Reach around to the keyboard. Delete these paths, and we'll make some new ones. And this one's going to be kind of looking. Well, let me get a stroke so I can see what I'm doing. Kind of looking back. There we go. Yeah, that's the way to go. That's definitely the way to go. I like that a lot better. Alright, we'll do that for all of them. Yeah, the eyes just pop out more. And honestly, that harsh white also kind of... It makes the colors around it appear more... a little darker and more foreboding, which is the look we want. And I'm trying to think of what we're going to do about the background and kind of like the overall kind of feel of this picture to kind of, whoops, to further drive that home. I realize I'm probably not using the most, is that a path? Okay, whatever. The most efficient methods here, but that is okay, I think. And he's actually probably going to have a little bit of highlight there. Kaboom. Yep, this looks pretty good. I think next is our turtle to the left. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. That is a-okay. I'm sorry I knocked my mic there. Probably sounds wonderful, I'm sure. We want our stroke color so we can see. I guess I don't need this. I could just kind of like figure it out and go blind. I'd just much rather have the stroke color for now. Oops. Because this one's a little strange, we got to do that as well. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks infinitely better. I'm glad I figured that out. You know, sometimes drawings and in art you run into problems like this. And you know, if you're not happy with the way something looks, there is no, whoops. Okay, that's fine, yeah. Because that's still separated. We want it to be separated, I think. Um, Now this one is not just going to be a circle. It's going to be more of a, the reference picture I used, it was kind of like a, oops, let me get a stroke real quick. Yeah, something like that maybe. I don't know. We'll see how that looks. I'm a little unsure. But yeah, don't settle for mediocrity if you can help it. If it's like especially if it's like a design decision. Um, if you're not totally happy with something, mess around with it. Unless you're on like a tight deadline, there's not much of a penalty for doing that. You can always go back. Like this is a little ambitious. I don't know. I think it works out actually pretty well. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It makes the eyes pop. And this is the way it's more in the anime too. This harsh white highlight on like a black background actually. So it works well. I mean, I should have just copied that from the get-go instead of trying to get fancy, but what can you do? Okay, I think we're just about ready to tackle this background. I was thinking about changing the colors a little bit, and I might still do that. Let's try. Actually, I don't remember how to get there from off the top of my head, so let me quickly. Illustrator color. How do you get there? What's it even called? Switcher? The swapper? Switcher? Swapper? Color list maybe. List in, because it just lists every color in your document. So that's what I'm gonna call it. Color list. Show all colors using show. I know this is riveting to watch. I don't use swatches. It's talking a lot about swatches. Boy, like 3 sentences on how to open your document. Some, like, I don't know why people write things this way. There's also talking about the swatches. There's a way to do it. Let me see. I'm using RGB color, which is not ideal. CMYK color is best for printing. Luckily, it doesn't change our document very much, so I'm going to leave it in CMYK mode. So this is what it'll actually look like when you print it. CMYK or RGB obviously stands for red, green, and blue. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. They use K for black, not blue, or B, because I guess that would conflict with blue. But those are the colors that I guess printers use instead of red, blue, and green. So they name it something else. And normally in your document, it can change your colors quite a lot if you're not careful, like I am, and you make a whole thing in RGB and then change it afterwards. This is kind of color settings. That's not it. I found it once. Is it a window? Color guide. Is it a color guide? No, that's not it. That's not even it a little bit. Dang it, darn it, dang it. Maybe I should use swatches. I don't really... Like, I get it, it's like an assigned you can kind of like store your colors and then use the same color later and stuff. It's just the whole concept is like I'm just so unfamiliar with it. Don't think it'd be in view. Okay, well, I already clicked on that. I don't think it's a huge deal. This looks like it might be it, but everything's grayed out for some reason. So I wonder if I have to like select something. Let me unlock everything. Let me select everything. Select everything. Did I not? No, I did not. Oops. What just happened? Okay. I find myself saying that a lot with Illustrator. What just happened? Okay, here we go. Recolor artwork. Here it is. This is what I wanted. So yeah, I can take any color, and it is more than you would think. Like I didn't use this many colors in my document. Like well, maybe I did actually. This might be like Remoraid. So yeah, if I wanted to like, this is our dark shell color right here. I don't get like a preview of it, unfortunately, which I thought I... So something like that would be a lot harsher. And maybe better. I think it might be better, actually. I'm kind of digging that. So this is what I mean, like the colors you choose at the get-go aren't as important as... you know, it's good to have like a placeholder, but it's not like the end of the world either. And there are also like presets you can do, which we're definitely not going to touch because, I don't know, it scares me a little bit. Oh, we don't want to do that at all. Can I just undo that? No. Yeah, these color groups is what I did not want. So let me undo that because I don't know. It's pretty scary. I don't know what all these are, this blending stuff. Okay. Just see what kind of options they have. So okay, this is the way to do it. I think we can kind of like touch it up. That looks pretty good, actually. I think I like that better. A lot of times I'll have a problem with not making my shadows dark enough and my highlights bright enough, not just not having enough contrast. At least I feel that way. The shell I think is probably fine. Like I said, I have trouble with contrast, but that's probably fine. That's Remoraid's eye, I believe. This is the hat, which I like the hat colors. I think that's probably okay. I think this is Remoraid. Wish you could like check, or if it like highlighted the colors here. Let me play with it and see. Yeah, that's Remoraid's shadow. Okay. I want that darker. Not that dark. We still want it to look like a shadow. Something like that. I'm just like playing with this and like seeing like what kind of shadows I can make. Looks like maybe Remoraid's highlight. This looks like a Squirtle color. Maybe the mid-tone. Yeah, it is. We play with the Squirtle. This is their shadow, I believe. And this is something I wouldn't mind getting darker. Not that dark. I almost wonder... You know, I almost wonder if I should like do the same thing with the face that I did with the sunglasses, and that's just simplify it and not have 3 different colors going on. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. Because this face color gets a little awkward. But yeah, the darker shadows I think are important. I think I'm going to do that. The shell can make that darker and probably less vibrant. It's a little vibrant right now. That looks pretty good. Already you can tell it looks a lot more just foreboding and intimidating, which is kind of the point. And so yeah, I think it's pretty good for now. I like those changes. I think I'm gonna move this dark color to the arms where they aren't. So that's easy enough. I'm just gonna do that. Just to really bring. I guess I could do it like that, couldn't I? I think that looks a little weird though. Whoops. What do I want to do? Oh, I want to do Control Z. I was like, it's a shortcut somewhere. It's on my pen, which I don't have right now. I do want to use that dark color on this arm, I believe. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Maybe the midtone's okay. Maybe the midtone would actually be good. Because, like, here, this looks a little strange, I feel like. Maybe if we make that highlight not quite as... Yeah. Because they're not... Certain parts of them are not in the direct sun. I might even knock that highlight color down a little bit. But already I'm liking the look of this a lot better. So that Squirtle mid color was here, I believe. Whoops. Just gonna knock it down a little bit, I think. Just to be more of a middle ground between, you know, those two. I'm actually gonna try. I'm very curious about what like blending is. It didn't like that. It made a noise where it didn't like that at all. Oh well. That's what you gotta do sometimes. You just gotta like play around with it and just see what happens. I don't think any of those others look good. So yeah, I kind of like the way that looks. Great. I am going to now drop in a background behind all of them. And this is, we're also going to use this as the clipping mask later. So it'll kind of serve a double purpose. So we're going to cut off a fair amount. Just going to draw a rectangle. Kind of the way the album is. So that's kind of be our background, I think. And let me get a reference for the album. Oh, we already have a reference for the album cover. They have like buildings behind them, so we can replicate that. They also have a blue sky, which, yeah, I mean, now that we've darkened the colors a bit, I think this kind of light blue sky would work really well. And actually, just kind of seeing the background behind them right now, it's looking good. I'm pretty happy with that. So with this, I'm going to take away the fill color for now. And I'm just going to kind of draw some lines to mimic these buildings. Just, you know, easy, simple, straight lines. A lot of these will be hidden. Whoopsies. Will be hidden by the Squirtles. And then we're going to make it a live paint group. Cool. And I'm actually going to take this. Yeah. I'll see how that works out. I can always change it. And then we're going to get a nice little sky color. Maybe a little brighter than that, just to contrast better. I see it coming along, man. It's starting to take shape. Okay. The buildings don't look great. I'm trying to think of what to do about that. You actually can't see as much of the building there. Here you have these like kind of awkward, like just gray corners. And I'm not loving that so much. I'm actually gonna try. First of all, let me duplicate this for reasons later. We'll use that as a clipping mask, just in case what I do now messes it up or we can't use it as, just to make it easier. We're going to expand everything like I did to the Squirtle before that you guys didn't see. That does something. Now, it kind of like doesn't make it like a live paint group anymore. Okay, this is good, I think. Want linear. We'll make this the building color. We'll make this like a darker version of the building color. Does that look like terrible? I also thought about doing like a slight black gradient like around the edges of the, like in the foreground, like in front of the Squirtles even, just to give it like a little more menace, a little more darkness. But if that's the case, that would kind of serve the same purpose. I don't know how I feel about that. The thing is, there's no other gradients in the whole, like, picture, so it almost looks, oops, almost looks out of place. What am I doing? Let me try that maybe. So I'm going to take our duplicated rectangle, move it to the very front. We're going to see it. We're going to, oh, I have to unlock it. We're going to delete some of these lines. And then we're actually going to we're going to duplicate this as well because we do want to use it as a clipping mask. And I don't know. I've used clipping masks once, and so I'm still kind of unsure about them. Okay, let me select our new rectangle and make it a gradient. Why? How do you do? There we go. So it'd be radial. This, whoopsies, did not want to do that. This will be transparent, and this will be very dark. And we want it like more, kind of like that, I guess, but like also whiter. So I believe we can. What the freaking hell? Can I expand? Will that fix it? Again, I don't really know what expanding does. There we go. I don't know why it's got to be like that, honestly. I wish I could like. Oy vey. Where? Why? There should be like a handle for the gradient. Like, why is that not there? Well, that looks terrible. And there's this, but I couldn't even begin to tell you what didn't make it that. So I think we're going to drop that idea. Instead, we'll just... I don't think it really needs it anyway. I think it looks good enough. And I don't want to... Like I said, the gradients, I don't think meld very well with the artwork we already have. So... just trying to like picture this cropped already. Um, these are the kinds of decisions that are important. I'm almost wondering maybe we could like go in here and like yeah, just maybe add more shadows. Oh, now it's all messed up though. Let me try it. So if I do that, can I then select that little area? I cannot. Maybe it just has to be like, maybe I just have to do it like here. I can't do it. And I don't know why. Oy vey, what a nightmare. See, I don't understand what happened to my live paint group. That's what's tripping me up. And I think it's because I expanded everything. I mean, I know that's why. But I also just don't know why. So what I'm going to actually do is just redo this whole thing, I think. Let's make a new rectangle. Unfortunately. So, apologies about that. Give it no fill color again. Bring up a reference image again. Draw our lines again. That's pretty much close enough. One there. One there. We're also going to do kind of a shadow. Add that in now. Okay. Now we're going to select everything we drew, which that one I did do blind. Oh, Illustrator, please. Looks pretty good. I might also give that even more of an angle. Okay. Okay, good. So what happened to my color? Also, I think the building color, we copied it straight from the album, but I think even that didn't work very well. So I'm going to kind of, well, it needs to be darker than that, doesn't it? Because we got that bright background. And then we have this building color on top of it. That looks okay-ish, I think. Yeah. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Sorry, I'm just looking at this so much. I'm just a little. Let's go to our friendly neighborhood recolor thingy. Let's play with this a little bit. Wondering if it's like it's so much contrast back there that it's almost like distracting. Which I mean it's the background, so you don't want it to be distracting. I think that looks better. Yeah, that's the way to go. I think we've finally got it. So I'm actually going to duplicate this one to use as our clipping mask. Even though the rectangle should be the same size, actually, because I think I did size it that way. Yeah, let's actually forget that. Let's try it. Oops. We can just delete that. We're not going to need it. Okay. Okay. Let me first, before we do this, save it. actually save as a copy. Squirtle Squad pre-cut. And then we are going to do some clipping magic here. Not those though. So we're going to select literally everything. And let me see if I remember how to do this. Like I said, I only did it once before. It's got all those lines still in it. Maybe I have to delete those too, just to be safe. Whoops, those are... Oh, everything's unlocked. Doi. Oh my good god. Do I have to like... Boy, I'm so bad at this. I don't know what I did. I have no idea what I did. I just tried, oh, Illustrator. I just drew another rectangle on a different layer, and that one worked. So I must have done something to the other one before I copied it. So, okay. Anyway, like I was Googling it, and I'm like, nothing's coming up. Nothing is coming up at all. And so I was like, I'm gonna make another one, see if what happens. Like, oh well, we have it. That's the important thing. Okay, now we are going to make another rectangle. Gonna lock everything. We're gonna make a kind of a this whole straight out of Compton thing. I don't think we're gonna mess with like NWA, make any puns with that. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. So I, with black, am going to make a little thing below. Actually, in the spirit of... No, actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it below. Well, actually, I wonder if I should even make it any black at all. Yeah, I think I actually shouldn't do this. I'm just going to make the text. So, I'm going to go pick up off screen. See if I can find a Compton text real quick. This is something I meant to do before I started and I didn't. I'm just going to type Compton in the font and nothing came up. Compton. NWA. The other thing we can do is just try and find something similar, so it's kind of hand drawn. Let's see here. Be continued. There it is. So we need straight Outta. So this is the font I chose. Not bad. I think it looks pretty good as it is. Kind of center that kind of underneath. It should be pretty centered actually. Let's... it doesn't seem to be really aligned to section, aligned to artboard. I don't know why it's not selected already. And we're also going to do the same with our main thing, just to make sure everything's centered. So, disappears. Oops. Fuck, what was it? There it is, okay. Yeah, let's put an outline on that, huh? I probably won't keep the outline, but for now it's pretty good to have. And then in a similar vein, in this instead, I think we're going to use, I do have a, what's it called again? Can't remember it. I'll have to find it this way. I have a Pokemon font somewhere. Here it is. And that is like way squished together, so we're going to fix that. I don't have, yes I do. Let's see here. Can I just... Yeah. Get that O a little closer. That's probably fine, actually. The T and the O are like way smaller. Actually, no, I'm gonna do a little bit of it. Oopsies. Actually, can I just make? Oh, I can. Cool. Let's try like 120. Make them a little bigger. I'd really like to move them down, actually, is what I'd like. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be an easy way to do that. So what I might actually do, what I probably will do, I really got to reposition my keyboard because it's like the worst. How about that? A little bit of trickery. That looks way better. Straight out of Kanto. I like it. I think it's pretty much done. I think that's it. I think it looks pretty good, actually. I think on like a black background, this is going to really do well. Speaking of which, I'm definitely changing these to white. And we're also going to get rid of... we actually have a little bit of... Let me separate these a little bit. Just a little worried about this K bleeding down. Let me give it a little test. Doesn't look as good as I thought it might. Honestly, our Kanto font is a little weird. Weirdness of everything. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to do this K differently too. So let's do that. I think that's the only... Whoopsies. On the wrong layer. I believe this is it. Yep. Sometimes you have to just improvise. That looks a little better. I like it. I do like it, I gotta say. I do like it. Okay, I think it's done. I think we're done. God, that video, this session has been a slog, and I apologize for that. It's been horrible. I'll edit it down quite a bit for a recording. I'll put this up on YouTube. For context, I've been recording for about almost an hour now, 57 minutes. And I don't know what the edited time will be, but I'm sure it won't be that. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you next time.